Imagine an army that could travel farther in 1 week than many modern armies could in a month. No trucks, no trains, no airplanes, no radios, no GPS. Yet in just a few decades, one man conquered an empire stretching from Korea to Hungary, over 9 million square miles. How? Not because his soldiers were stronger, not because they had better weapons, but because they moved faster than anyone believed possible. This is the forgotten logistics system of Genghis Khan, a military machine so efficient that even modern military historians still study it today.
Most people think the Mongols conquered the world because they had incredible horses. That isn't wrong, but it isn't the real answer. The true secret was organization. Every Mongol warrior carried everything needed to survive for weeks. No massive wagon trains, no endless supply caravans, no slow-moving baggage. Every soldier became his own supply unit.
Each warrior packed only essentials. Everything had multiple purposes. Nothing was wasted. Modern armies often depend on thousands of support vehicles. The Mongols depended on themselves. Here's the genius. A Mongol warrior rarely owned just one horse. He often traveled with 3, 4, sometimes 5 horses. This simple system changed everything. European knights fought like sprinters. The Mongols fought like marathon runners. Entire armies crossed deserts, mountains, and frozen rivers without stopping. When one horse became tired, he simply changed mounts. The exhausted horse rested, while another continued the journey. Instead of slowing down, the army maintained remarkable speed for days.
Supplying food has always slowed armies. Roman legions required grain shipments. Napoleon depended on supply wagons. World War armies required railroads. The Mongols, they carried the steppe with them. They survived on dried meat, curds, and fermented mare's milk. Sometimes they even drank a small amount of blood from their horses, carefully taken without killing the animal, as an emergency source of nutrition and hydration during extreme situations. This was likely uncommon and used only when other food was unavailable. Their horses grazed naturally wherever grass was available. No massive hay convoys, no giant supply depots. The land itself became the supply line.
Perhaps the greatest logistical achievement wasn't military. It was communication. Genghis Khan built one of history's fastest relay networks. Known as the Yam system, it connected thousands of miles of empire, with relay stations stocked with fresh horses, supplies, and shelter. Official couriers could arrive, change horses within minutes, and continue without delay. Messages crossed enormous distances in days instead of weeks. Orders traveled almost as quickly as the armies themselves. This network helped coordinate campaigns across continents and kept imperial administration functioning over vast territories.
Speed means nothing without order. The Mongol army was built using a precise decimal structure. 10 men formed a squad. 10 squads became 100. 10 hundreds became 1,000. 10 thousands formed a tumen, one of history's most effective military formations. Every commander knew exactly who answered to whom. If casualties occurred, replacements fit naturally into the system. Confusion disappeared. Efficiency increased. Orders moved through the ranks with remarkable speed.
Unlike many medieval armies that dragged huge baggage trains behind them, the Mongols often traveled light, Scouts ranged far ahead to locate water, pasture, and potential food sources. Where possible, they obtained provisions locally through trade, requisition, or captured supplies during campaigns. This flexibility reduced dependence on long supply lines and allowed rapid operational movement. It also made the Mongol army difficult to predict. By the time an enemy learned where they were, the Mongols were already somewhere else. Logistics wasn't only about food, it was also psychological. Stories of Mongol victories spread ahead of the army. Some cities surrendered before a battle even began. A surrendered city often meant fewer resources spent on sieges and fewer delays. Fear became a force multiplier. Every city that surrendered without resistance saved time, manpower, and supplies. Momentum became one of the Mongols' greatest strategic advantages. Today, modern armies rely on satellites, cargo planes, fuel trucks, and digital communications. The Mongols had none of these. Yet through disciplined organization, multiple horses, self-sufficient soldiers, a continent-spanning relay network, and an unmatched understanding of mobility, they built one of the fastest military systems in history. Genghis Khan proved a timeless lesson. Victory doesn't always belong to the biggest army. Sometimes it belongs to the army that arrives first. Because in war, speed is more than movement. Speed is strategy. Speed is surprise. And for the Mongols, speed changed the world. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. What historical military innovation should we explore next? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you in the next journey through history.